Hey, I just want to apologize for the first 4 minutes of Shalom's audio. Shalom sucks, so Shalom's audio sucks. About 4 minutes in, he manages to figure out how to plug in his microphone. So just bear that in mind. Thank you.
Have we started? Are we done? Did we get all the illness out, I guess? The
All the
semantics
what
out?
out?
All the semantics?
I don't think you know what that word means.
I don't think I do either. Like, just the whole, like, I guess the prologue. Us.
I mean, generally, we would start like we can start with a little bit of like a I fucking you always bring attention to, all right, have we started yet every single time before you
Because I don't
do the
know when
intro.
we've
Just
started.
do
I
the
don't.
intro then. Like that's when we start. I mean, I don't know. What do you want? Like we haven't started. No, I mean that's what that whole thing is. But like the line of not starting and starting, it's like it starts whenever the intro starts. I guess
I just don't know when to start the intro, is the thing.
Well,
Last time you guys were getting
if
mad at
you
me for
see
starting the intro
if
too
you feel
early.
ready to go, then let's go.
I feel like we always do the intro like a few minutes into it, but
Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing. Like, there's like, wow, I don't know.
yeah, so do you guys sort your laundry by colors and shit?
No,
No.
No, no, neither of you do.
never. I
I
mean,
only do it if I need to bleach, like, whites. That's the only time I'll do it.
oh, like for
You,
when you're washing it.
I
yeah,
assume that's what he
yeah.
meant.
No.
Who stores their
Uh,
laundry by color? What are you talking
I
about?
thought
What?
I thought that's what he was asking. I thought that's what he was asking. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I've never done that. I sort of by like
wow.
item type, but yeah, no. Not for washing. I don't sort. I just chuck it in there.
Yeah, yeah, same. It's just one giant load.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't imagine. I mean, I haven't seen any serious negative effects personally with my clothing, so I'm going to assume it's all right, and
If
I
you
can
want to
keep
see
doing what I'm
negative
doing.
effects, get a pair of like buy a pair of red pants and then wash your girlfriend's expensive white Lululemon shirt with it, and
Yeah,
you get negative effects.
yeah. I mean, I guess that's also the thing. I don't really have very many super strong vibrant reds or anything like that that would like dye clothing. Like I've got like some blues, but it doesn't seem like blue messes
It
up.
doesn't need to be strong. It just seems like it's the first time when you wash it that all the color runs. Like if it's a
Hmm.
solid color, it's just the first time you wash it the color runs, and then after that it's good.
I'm gonna have a little bit of fun with that. Grab some purple jeans, dye a few of my white shirts purple. That'd be
I
pretty
mean, or you
cool.
can just tie dye.
On purpose.
I mean, I could tie dye, but that's a lot more effort than just washing my pants with shirts.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I
true.
don't know
Have
how
you
to tie
done?
dye.
Oh, I think tie dyeing is pretty easy.
Is it easier than throwing your clothing in a machine and turning it on?
Oh, no. It's not difficult.
Oh, hello. I
It's like,
see. Hello, mic quality. Hello, audio improvement.
what happened?
Just instantly.
What happened?
I don't
You
know.
just started sounding 100 times better.
Oh, well, I'm not eating anymore.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a fucking good thing to not do in the middle of a podcast.
I was hungry. Jake took forever to get here. I thought we'd be done by now.
Well, you're the one saying, "Oh, all right, have we started yet? Have we started yet?" And meanwhile, shoving
Because
a
I didn't know if we
face full of food.
started. We still haven't done the intro. Hey, guys, welcome to another episode of Arguably Podcast, the podcast where we try to make a podcast and argue over semantics. I said podcast too many times
It's a
in that
podcast
intro.
about a
Uh,
podcast.
I'm Shalom.
I'm
Jake. And I'm
Liam.
That was great.
Jumped the gun a little bit there.
was awesome. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I was also eating, but I was being very aware to try not to eat when I was talking. And now that we've actually started, I'm going to stop eating. How's that?
That's the thing. I didn't know when we were starting. That's why I kept asking if we've started so I could stop eating.
Well,
I
I
didn't know
felt
when we
like we had
actually got.
reached a point where we were at a conclusion that we had started. And
There was still no intro done.
well, the intro's
I don't
been
know why you stress the intro so much. It
done.
doesn't
The
matter.
the intro I feel like is key. Whether if people
Any of
stick
us can
around,
start the intro. It'll
no
happen.
one ever does. Then why don't you find you Jake? You do the intro this time.
Well, I
But
mean, you just rushed into it.
we already did the intro. The intro's
We
done.
can
We don't need to do
we can
another
edit that out.
intro.
We can edit it out.
But why? What's
No,
the
no,
point?
no.
We can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It's over with now, but
Like, okay, let's. I said I didn't have any points.
oh,
But
yeah.
the
I already
way
brought 1 point up.
yeah, I don't know why the laundry made me think of it. I just thought of like different clothing, like really like warm socks and like then like t-shirts and shorts. I don't know. What's the best season? What is your favorite season of the year?
Summer.
Summer? Yeah.
Fall.
Fall. Interesting. I'm gonna go with summer. Uh, Especially just where we live. I love the summer nights when it's just the perfect temperature and you can just like go outside and it's just like wearing a t-shirt and you're just like walking on the road with your bare feet. It's just like that's like the
You
perfect
walk down the
weather.
road in your bare feet.
I mean, I don't do it often, but like it just like I
How
just
often do you do it?
I
How often do you do
I
it?
I don't think I could remember the last time, but I
Hey, I don't
remember
think you can
that
claim
feel.
this is something that you do then.
It's something I associate with summer because I have a memory of doing it when I was a kid, and because like when you're a
What?
kid running around with your with running around bare feet was just like something you did. I don't know,
I,
but yeah,
I
no,
find
like I love summer at night. At night, I don't know. That
so
sounds.
you like summer at night because of the one time you were a kid and walked outside in your bare feet. Mind you, when you were a kid walking around outside in your bare feet, I doubt it was nighttime if you were that young. It's just letting their kid roam the streets at night in their bare feet.
I mean, we had our neighborhood was just like a very like a not like a popularly driven road at all. Like it was a dead end road. Like I lived at the end of the road, so it's like
It's
there,
still nighttime. Like, it's kind of negligent, don't you think?
oh no, I mean I that's just like it depends on how old I was. It's just I don't remember how old I
How
was.
old, if you were to guess, how old would you think you are?
I don't know, maybe like 12 years old, something like
Oh,
that.
that's not a kid. That's too old to be walking outside in bare feet.
What are you talking
That's
about?
not a
That's not a
kid.
kid. That's what are you talking about?
Wow.
12 years old is not a
You're
kid.
practically a
What is?
teenager at that point. You should know how,
Okay,
like, at
what
the
are they then? What are they then? They're
moment you're a
practically a
teenager.
teenager. They're a kid.
No, they're a preteen. If you're at the point where you can tie your shoes on your own, there's no reason you should be walking outside in bare feet. Absolutely zero.
The reason
Wow.
is I didn't want to fucking put my shoes on because I didn't have socks on because it was the summer. I'd
Flip
like,
flops,
who cares?
Crocs,
So
slides, sandals.
it's
There are other alternatives.
unnecessary.
These things are made so you don't have to walk outside in your bare feet.
Yeah, I
We have
mean,
evolved
that's
past that point as a
fine.
species.
That is all
Honestly, shoes are
fine.
one of the things that separates humans from animals.
I mean, I don't think very, that's probably true. I don't know. I mean, horseshoes, horses have shoes. I mean, we put them on them, but,
Exactly. So if I saw a horse walking around with its bare feet, I'd be like, oh, it's acceptable. He didn't have anyone to put his shoes on for him.
I mean, yeah, it's just, I think you just have a weird, I think you have a problem with it just because, you're just, you're just goofing. You're just goofing. I don't know. It's just like who. I mean, surely do you not remember one time as a kid ever running around outside without shoes on? Like, come
Okay,
on, like,
here
what?
is the last time I remember being outside without shoes on. And it was very justifiable. What happened is I would have been maybe 4 or 5, like around that age.
Okay, yeah.
And outside, like in our driveway, we had like one of those kid pools. So it was summer, and the pool was like filled up with water. I was going from my front door to the driveway to play in the pool. So I was like, I don't need to put shoes on. I'm gonna end up in the pool.
Wow. Wow. I did
Wow.
not think that would this point would be one that you were riled up about. Goddamn.
I
It's just, it just doesn't make sense to me why you're just walking around streets of your street or like just the
Streets of your
streets,
street.
the street without shoes. It just doesn't look like, oh, I'm gonna go for a stroll. Gotta take the dog out. No need for shoes on.
Why do
Like,
I need a reason? Why do I need a reason? It's just like I'm a
wear
kid, but
shoes?
kids don't
Why
do
do you need a
anything
reason to
for a
wear shoes?
reason. What are you
I,
talking about?
kids do every. I'd say
Because they
80%.
feel
I'd say
like it,
kids
because they
do
want to
everything
do it,
with
because they want to
for a
go run
reason.
around. Because, do you know why? Probably because my parents probably told me to put my shoes on. So I said, no, I don't want to. Because it doesn't, because it seems so trivial. Like, it's just gonna make someone like you all riled up for no reason.
It's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. We're moving on from this. I can't talk to you anymore. Your feet are probably all calloused from that. You probably
That
have like
one
trauma.
occurrence, my feet are destroyed. I will never be able to walk again. Cause one time when I was a child, I stepped foot onto pavement
I bet
without
you have no feeling in
shoes
your feet.
on.
I bet you seem like the type of person who could step on Lego and it doesn't even affect you.
I
You got rough feet.
I wish that would be true. I wish that were true. However, I also couldn't tell you the last time I stepped on a Lego. Probably, probably been longer than the last time I walked on the ground outside without shoes on. Like,
You
I
guys
probably did it like
prefer
within the last. I probably did it this year, taking recycling out. I probably did it this year, taking recycling out to the street. So I mean,
without shoes?
yeah, because I didn't want to I didn't want to wear my indoor sandals outside, and I didn't want to put my shoes on.
Wait, you have
So
hold on. Hold on. For indoor sandals, you have shoes for inside your house.
they're just
For
slippers. I don't know
You
why I
have
phrased it like that. They're just slippers, okay? They're just
Oh,
slippers
okay.
with like. I mean, they're slippers with like. I mean, they're slippers with like structure. I mean, they're like a shoe, but slippers.
Yeah, but if you were gonna come here and tell me that you have shoes that you wear inside but won't wear shoes outside, I was gonna lose it. I was gonna lose it.
And at what point ever did I say that I would not wear shoes outside? I never said
You
that I
just said you're
wouldn't
walking
wear
outside
shoes
barefoot.
outside because I did it once. Because I did it once, I will
Apparently, it
never
was more
wear
than
shoes
once. Apparently, it
outside.
was more than once. You said it was so much of an impact on your life that you made it help you choose seasons that were your favorite. So yeah,
Yeah, well, I like
problem.
fall. Fall's nice. He gets that that good weather. Nice cozy weather.
It just seems so messy.
See, like fall is nice for being inside, and summer is nice for being outside. So it's just like I normally don't like being outside, but in the summer I'm okay with. I enjoy being outside in the summer.
Winter
Uh,
just sucks.
I mean, winter's all right as I've grown older.
Oh,
As I've grown
winter
older.
sucks.
as, as I've grown older. I just.
Wasn't
Uh,
that funny? It really wasn't that funny at all. It was pretty dumb. Wasn't remote. I mean, it was maybe a little funny. I'll give it a 3 out of 10.
As I've grown older, I've definitely grown to dislike winter slightly more and more, because I don't really like play around in the snow anymore. It's just like the snow. It snows and it's just oh cool, it's snow. But
That's a
then it
problem.
melts
Damn.
and it's all shitty. Um, and it's just like, especially when it
Cold
melts
rice
really
on my
slowly.
couch.
Like if it doesn't melt while it's not melting, that's cool. And while it's like snowing, that's cool. And while it's not here, that's cool. But while it's melting, going from being here and not being here, that's the stage where it just sucks. And when it's like 0 and 1 degrees for like weeks, and there's a ton of snow, it's just like slushy shit, and it just sucks for like that whole time period. And it's just like, yeah, it's not so
Yeah, the
fun.
slush ain't nice.
Nah. But at the same time, snowboarding is like one of my favorite things to do. Uh Even though I've only gone like once this year, and then I probably went like maybe once last year. It is extremely fun. I mean, I just love doing it. And that you can only do in the winter, or I mean, I guess I could fly to Australia in the summer and go over there and go snowboarding. Uh like uh like many people do, actually. But yeah, no, I definitely enjoy summer more, just
Have you guys ever tried
because.
surfing?
No,
Nah.
It was
I've
what?
tried wakeboarding before, but
Uh, I watched you know the movie Soul Surfer?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, the girl got her arm bit.
Yeah, and then she like had to surf with one arm. I was watching
Yeah.
they made a documentary about it called like Unstoppable, I think. Um I was watching that and it got me just really pumped up to go out and try surfing,
Oh yeah.
which is interesting because I hate the ocean. Like can't stand it. So, so now I'm in this weird like middle ground where surfing is something I want to try and see if I actually have any enjoyment with it. I don't want to be in the ocean. Mainly, like I don't want to
Right.
be in the open ocean.
Yeah, I mean, uh, I feel like that's just like not really something you're gonna have to like. That's just like an irrational fear that like some people have, and I feel like
Rational? I think my
irrational.
fear of I think my fear of the ocean is very rational.
Yeah, but like the thing is, you're not gonna be out in open ocean surfing. Like you're gonna be at like a beach, and you're probably gonna be in like maybe 10 feet deep of water. You know,
That's deep enough for a shark.
that's deep enough for a shark to come by. I mean, they don't really. I feel like you're fine. I feel like it's not so much of an issue. That you're making it out to me. I mean, especially because sharks, like, aren't there less shark attacks than there are dog attacks per year in the
Yeah,
world?
per capita.
That just came. I mean, probably true.
There
Probably true statement.
there definitely are, but it's just the fact of even though there's less of them, still don't want it to happen to me. And like how serious can a dog attack really be, right? There are some dog attacks that are very extreme, but odds are a dog attack is a little nip at your ankle or maybe you get a little cut, right? You're not just having a little mishap with a shark, you know? Odds are if a shark attacks you, it's not ended. The shark's taking something.
Shark's taking some.
The shark's taking something. You're leaving with less than you came with.
uh,
That's just not happening with a dog.
I mean, yeah, yeah. I don't know what to say. Yeah,
So and
shark's
and
probably gonna
if I
be
were
able to hurt
to
you more than a dog is going to be able to.
the other thing is too, if I were to take up surfing, like the what I really want to do is, you know that how they, I think it's called like tube surfing or like tunnel surfing or whatever. But basically, like when the wave comes down and then there's that gap of where the wave falls and is going up, and they'll like surf into it and be like completely surrounded by water,
Oh yeah, like
and then
surfing the
come out like
tube
a
or
tunnel.
whatever.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I want to do. And I think you got to be pretty far out to do that.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, definitely. And I
I think
feel like that would be
that's the
pretty
only
cool.
kind of surfing I'd enjoy. I think if
I
I were
mean,
to surf, that's how I'd
you
want to
gotta
do it.
get there first. You're not just like first time surfer. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna ride the tube real quick. All right, that was fun. I
I
don't
mean,
know. I'll take some
how
training.
hard could it be? How hard could it be? I feel like I could spend like 2 hours just on the beach, like working on popping up stuff. But I think once I'm up, I don't think my balance is going to be an issue. I think I'll be pretty good. 'Cause I get the whole aspect of standing up. I'll be all right.
Damn, you're confident in your ability to surf after watching Soul Surfer.
I am. It's not even just after watching Soul Surfer, but you see, I've seen like highlights of like little kids and stuff surfing where they're like actually in like 3 feet of water or 2 feet of water and just let the waves come in and then they like paddle and pop up and just like kind of ride the mini waves. I'm thinking I'm a grown person. Will I do that?
This grown man's gonna surf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean
don't know. I think
that'd be
surfing would be
fun.
pretty cool. I also my other problem with the ocean is it's so cold all the time. Um,
Yeah, and I'm not
like at
someone who
least
enjoys
remember.
that.
Yeah, I don't either. So that's why I would want to go out to like Fiji or something where it's warmer in the water. You got more sharks.
Yep,
It sounds like.
I
where it's
mean, yeah, we also
tropical.
don't get many waves here in like British
Yeah,
Columbia, I don't
in
think.
British Columbia, the only place, or not the only place, but the closest place to where we live is fuck. It's the place with the
Tofino?
gold mine. Oh no, it's closer to that. It has the gold mine. Squamish, Squamish.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah,
there's
but people
surfing in
just surf
Squamish
there?
apparently. Yeah, apparently.
I've
Apparently the
seen like
waves get.
windsurfing there, I think, but
Oh, maybe that's just it.
like with the kites and stuff, if that's
Yeah,
windsurfing, yeah.
that's crazy.
That's crazy,
So
man.
that's great. No, it's just I don't think I'd be able to do that. Like I struggle to get if like one of the regular kites to stay in the air. I don't think I've ever done it successfully. Like I've had like 6 kites in my life and never once been able to get it up.
Damn.
That's what he
Oh, I
said.
don't know if you guys have any kite experience, but it's difficult. Like it
Yeah,
is
I've gotten it
very.
up a couple times.
Yeah, I've
You
got a
have?
little bit of kite experience myself.
Yeah.
Is there a secret to it that I just don't know about? Like if you were to walk me through it, what would I need to do?
um. Yeah, I don't know. Run with it.
The running
Catch
thing's
a
such
drift.
bullshit.
Catch a
That doesn't
drift,
work. The running thing doesn't work. I've tried it. I've
dude.
ran.
Well, you need
I've
to run
ran.
with like a lot of string. Like it needs to be pretty like far
All that
already.
happens is just the kite just drags on the ground. Just dragging this kite along the ground. Look like a fool.
Well, then it wasn't windy enough.
Well, you gotta run. I don't remember. Yeah, you either run along or you run against the wind. It's been over a decade. I can't fucking remember what I did.
What do you think you did last? Drive a kite, fly a kite, or attempt to fly a kite, or leave the house without shoes on?
Oh, definitely leave the house without shoes on. Definitely. Like I said, probably like not even a month ago. I mean, probably within this like in 2022, I've already probably done it at least once.
'Cause you're gonna step in glass.
I've done it before. I mean, like I don't have like baby's feet. I don't know what you like. I don't know what you want from me. Like my feet aren't like fucking the skin, like the most sensitive piece of skin on my body. Like it's not like I haven't run on gravel before. Like it's actually that's actually yeah. I mean, you know what I probably did run outside without shoes on a little bit more than normal because I do like for some reason remember walking on the gravel at my house in the driveway like a lot. So
It's
that kind of
no
just stood out
sense
to
to
me.
me.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I don't
makes
know
no
why.
sense.
I just like I don't know. I wanted to run outside and do something, I guess, and I just didn't want to grab my shoes from I don't know Maybe I went out the other door or something. Maybe I went out the back door. Probably don't kept. I didn't keep my shoes at the back door of my house. Um, Around to the grass and decided I'm gonna go in the front yard and grab something from the fucking tree over there. I don't know. Running through the gravel. It's like Lego prep,
Yeah,
Lego training.
Lego seems very unnecessary. Seems very unnecessary. What do you guys think the worst fast food item
Life is
is?
unnecessary. I don't know. What do you want from me? Nothing means anything. Nothing is real. I continue. Best food.
A worst food? What do you mean? Wait, what? Nothing is. Whatever. A worst fast food menu item. Not necessarily the worst fast food place, but just like the worst thing you've had from a fast food place.
Just like prepared badly. Like just like bad experience in general.
No, just like overall, like it was just a bad menu item. Like nothing about it could have been good. Not the experience, just the food itself.
I don't really have anything too adventurous in terms of like strange items, strange food. I don't know.
Um, all right, cool. That would be a lot more interesting to talk about. So I'm just doing a podcast. Okay, cool.
Cool.
It's quiet.
Yep.
William's still here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why the yeah?
I just I'm dead. I don't know why I'm
I
so tired. I
think
went to
it's
bed
because
early as fuck last night.
I think it's because we're recording earlier than we ever have. We've always done it in like the evening, like
Yeah,
around
but
dinner time.
I don't know.
Now we're doing like well, it was supposed to be 10 o'clock. Started recording. Started at like 11:45.
Post to be.
Supposed to be. Um, what's something that's legal that you don't think should be? Or I guess not legal, just something that is deemed okay by society that you are heavily against.
Damn, that's a hard question, man.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to think about that one.
I don't know. I got one immediately, which is the reason I bring it up. Immediately, I'm thinking about how there's like cardboard only bins.
You don't like
What?
that?
I don't like that.
Oh,
Why don't you like that?
Like in terms like I'm all for
should be
recycling.
illegal.
I don't think it should be illegal. I just think it's I don't know. I don't like it. I just doesn't. It seems like not. It's just. I don't like it. It's just. I get what it's trying to do. I just don't think it works. I think that could be utilized like as just a better like just having it as a recycling bin.
And then just making the workers sort it all out instead of you just putting only cardboard in the bin?
Oh, it's just. Well, no. It's just because people just see the bin and throw whatever into it. Right? Like in terms of recycling, they won't actually take because they look all the bins look the same. Like the cardboard only bin doesn't look any different than the regular recycling bin. So everybody just mix matching bins, and then I feel like it defeats the purpose of having the card because ideally you want the cardboard to be recycled in a way so it's like undamaged and untreated and just like kind of pure cardboard, which is like so it can be reused properly. Because I think if it gets gross and stuff, it just gets thrown out and actually doesn't get recycled. When you make just a bin, like a cardboard only bin, it just gets like people throw anything in it because they don't take the time to look that it's an actual cardboard only bin. They'll just think it's a garbage bin or it's a recycling bin and mix all kind of stuff in there. That's just so much more cardboard that you waste. Yep. Yep. That's cool. Yeah. I'm glad we're on the same page with all of that. Quiet.
Um,
This is a long silence.
yeah.
That might be something you guys have something to say about.
What?
I thought that would be something that would gather some kind of response. Oh,
I don't know what to do.
what do you mean?
I I don't know what I mean. What do I mean? I don't know.
What to do in terms of right now or the rest of your
What to
day,
do in terms
rest
of
of your life?
responding to you in that, like I don't know what to say.
Oh, when anything would have been better than what you did.
Yeah, like this is definitely not getting uploaded.
Oh, all right. I'll just stop recording that.
I don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing then?
I don't know.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I'm laying on the floor.
Laying on the floor.
Yeah, I'm still a little tired.
Oh, it's a valiant effort, suppose.
It was an effort.
Yeah. What else do you want to talk about, Jake? If you had some points.
Um, I was gonna say, have you guys heard of like Joe Rogan's controversy, him getting like canceled and shit?
No, I saw a little thing about that, but I didn't know if it was legit or just a clickbait thing, so I didn't click on it.
Because I guess he said the N word a couple times, and
Mm.
Oh
What word's
really?
that?
In
what?
in
What
like
word's that?
in what context?
Um, I don't remember the context, but I just know people have been wanting him like to remove his stuff from Spotify and stuff like that because he for saying the N word and for just like misinformation about COVID-19. There's been a couple things that people have just not liked, but
Ah, interesting. I
Is there
that's
a
weird.
good context to use that word in?
Um, I don't know.
Hmm.
well, you know when I've used it, and that is in music. Only when I'm singing along.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Only when I'm singing
I
along.
totally forgot about. I just screamed it out in the middle of a bar.
It
Whole
was the
bar just went
drop of
quiet.
the beat, man. What am I supposed to do?
Make sure everybody else is singing the song too.
Yeah, I guess I could have chosen a little more popular of a song, but
Jake is just trying to rap along to Schoolboy Q. The beat drops and he just
I was succeeding at it too
hopping out
well,
like Jack
apparently.
in the Box. And then a whole bar is quiet. Everyone's just looking at him and he's like, "It's a song I knew all the words to finally."
It was
Drops
it
the
was awkward
biggest
as
N-word I've
fuck.
ever heard come out of a white person's mouth.
Wait, this is in public?
Yup.
Yeah, this was in public.
Ooh.
It was at the club.
We were at a bar like on the beach.
Yikes.
It's like filled with people. It's like a Friday night. No one else except Jake and the DJ knew the song that was being played.
Oh.
Brutal.
Oh.
Just looked at him like, "What are you doing?" Oh, he was so excited. Followed by just utter embarrassment. Oh, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, I'm glad you thought it was great.
I didn't think you hung on to that moment that much. I think it resonated with you that much, but whew, that really stuck, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rumor has it he hasn't sang since then.
No, just in the comfort of my own home.
I'm surprised he even brought it up.
Yeah, I am too.
Well, I was talking about the Joe Rogan. Man.
Rip Joe Rogan canceled. Rip Arguably podcast canceled.
Hey, no
Hey,
one caught me on recording.
hey.
And it was weird because Shalom was like the only person of color there. This is very strange. Like I feel like everyone stopped their dancing just to see what he was gonna do about his friend saying the word.
That's the thing. I could have acted like we weren't friends, and I just had no idea who you are. You're like, hey man, you can't say that. That's our word. Where do you get off? What gives you the right?
Well, I guess we
Hold up a
definitely
fist.
can't upload this now.
I mean, we haven't said the actual word. Fine.
That's true.
But
I've
you
been
mean the word?
very. Which word?
You mean yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
You
say it.
you tried to bait
I'm
me
not
into
gonna.
saying it. I almost successfully baited you into saying it.
Uh, I wasn't close to saying the word.
The word. The daily word.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you
Eh,
guys struggle with ingrown hairs?
no.
No,
Oh, yeah,
not
same.
very often.
I don't think I have ever had an ingrown hair.
Really? You're lucky. Your hair is very straight, though. I guess you can have straight hair and still get them, but I get them all the time.
Ah.
Like I have them. I have 'em picked out weekly. Like every Wednesday, spend like a good hour and a half picking them out.
Damn.
Jesus,
Yeah, I know. Brutal.
that doesn't sound fun.
I need like
Uh,
a tool or something to
yeah,
like my nose
tweezers.
pores. No, not tweezers, just like my nose, like blackheads on my nose.
Oh,
It's like a hammer.
Yeah, I was gonna hammer drill,
Yeah.
like put a couple holes in there,
yeah.
set a couple nails.
Hammer is an option. Okay, what are we doing? Are we recording? Are we
I
not recording?
I don't
What's
know.
happening?
I mean, I'm still recording, but I don't know what we're doing.
I stopped recording. I didn't even save it.
Well, we haven't really used your recordings yet. We haven't needed to, I don't think.
So,
Okay.
what are some ideas? What are some ideas that could generate passive income?
Like
Like,
like this
Um,
podcast.
yeah, exactly. Um, what
I'm
are?
getting in. I'm getting into like buying and selling cars. Looking at that.
Well, that's not passive. That is active income. Like that's by doing the buying and selling. That's active. Like a movie or something. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Does
A
how does
movie would be a
movie
good idea.
royalties work? How does that work? I don't know how all that shit works.
I think
Like
you just basically have to have something that somebody wants, and then they'll pay you for it. Kind of the idea.
I mean that does explain business in general across the board. Yeah, true. Um, well, that was one of the points that I had. I crossed it off because I thought it wasn't going to be a very good talking point. Clearly, it wasn't.
How do royalties work?
Uh, yeah, I guess. No, well, the passive income.
Passive income.
Could you make like passive incomes off of trademarks? Like, if you just started trademarking everything that hasn't been,
You getting shit for that?
I
Well, like, what would you trademark?
like say you just like a word like oven.
You just getting shit for that. That's not your word.
This
You
is
Also,
it.
can't
I
use
don't
that
think you can
word.
Who
trademark a
owns it?
word.
Who owns it?
Well, I don't think you can
Exactly.
trademark it. How are you gonna acquire it?
You don't own it, so you can't trademark it.
Who are you gonna
Like, could
buy it from?
we
It's something
trademark
that already
arguably?
exists.
We cannot trademark arguably yet. We are not. I don't think so. Not
I don't know how
successful enough.
trademarking works.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm pretty sure you need a reason to trademark something. You can't just be like, yeah, I want to trademark oven. The word. No specific brand of oven, just oven.
I guess one thing would be music,
Music would be good.
passive income.
Yeah,
You can trademark it,
I could.
copyright it. Doesn't copyright last like 100 years, and then it's like free, free use? It's like,
That's it.
Something like that.
I think so. Like, isn't like all of like the original like Walt Disney cartoons? Isn't that just like public domain now?
I feel like they would have like re-copyrighted it or something though.
I wonder if you can. I wonder if you can re-copyright something after your copyright's expired,
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
Did you hear about like the whole thing about Walt Disney being frozen?
no,
Like cryogenically.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
like apparently they just froze him and they'll wake him up like later and be like, "Hey, worked." It's not like it's all speculation. Like
that'd be
it's not been.
insane.
Really?
Waking up as like a multi-trillionaire.
Oh, he went to sleep as a billionaire or a millionaire, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know how much he's worth, especially because he's considered dead. I
yeah.
think. Could you still be worth money if you're dead? Oh, what a, oh, wow. I'm tired. Did not sleep well. I got a new smartwatch.
Oh, a
It's
new one.
supposed to. Yeah, it's like it's new to me. Out for a while. But
I mean, we talked about your like. I remember hearing about your battery life on like you.
yeah, yeah. So it's that thing.
Okay.
It's supposed to also track my sleep.
Oh, nice.
Uh, I don't think it does a very great job because I spend a lot of my time just like laying down watching TV. And when I do that, it thinks I'm sleeping.
Oh,
So
wow.
like each night it'll be like, oh, I got a 7.5 hours worth of sleep, whatever. But it will all be light sleep, and then it will say I got like 20 minutes worth of deep sleep. And it'll show me the times, like the time that I fell asleep at and the time that I woke up at. And it's like not right.
Damn. Yeah, I mean, there's only so much you can do with just your heartbeat.
Yeah. I think it works well if you're the type of person who can like lay down and fall asleep instantly. And if you wake up, you get up instantly and like start moving around.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be pretty accurate. I don't know what type of psychopath is like opening their eyes, waking up, and immediately getting out of bed. I've tried that once and fell over.
Yeah, that hurts.
it
Actually painful.
was so hard. Like
Next
I
time,
fell back down.
next time I wake up, I'm going to try and get up as soon as I can, as
Yeah,
fast
like
as
as soon
possible.
as you're conscious, just like shoot up. I immediately fell over. It did not work.
I'm just gonna get up and try and stand as quickly as possible. See if I don't
Hey,
fall over.
what? what my goal was to do was I thought about the night before I was gonna wake up and then just try jogging to the bathroom, like running to the bathroom. So basically, what happened is I stood up and immediately sat back down.
That'd be a funny thing to record. Just like
I don't know. I'd have to record myself sleeping.
we'll just like get like a camera out and then like start recording and then wake somebody up, like rustle their shoulder, and then just like they already know what the plan is, so that as soon as they feel the wrestling, as soon as they wake up, they just get up and try to run to the bathroom whenever, and just record and just run into the wall. Oh, that'd
There's
be really.
no chance that would work with me. I would not get up.
Pull over and be like, "What are you doing in my house?" You wouldn't remember what happened. You'd be like, "Why are you here?" You'd be
You'd
like,
be so
"No, I'm going back to
confused.
bed."
Yeah.
You
Come
just
on,
like
deep
smack the
sleep.
person thinking it's an alarm. Try and hit snooze on the person waking you up.
I don't think I would do that.
No, I wouldn't confuse you for an alarm. I would just tell you to fuck off, and I would roll over,
I
cover
don't
my
think
head in
I'd be able to
pillows,
to confuse an arm for an alarm. Pretty
and then I'll
distinguishable.
an arm,
An arm alarm.
an arm alarm.
Arm alarm.
Do do
Arm
do do
alarm.
do.
Arm alarm.
What's that stupid game you guys would I see what you
Somebody
did.
should like
I see
that
what you
guy
did
who
there.
makes
Do,
those.
do, do, do.
The
Alarm alarm.
guy the guy who makes those extremely pointless toys or like devices on Reddit, he should make the arm alarm where it's just like an arm like attached to a fucking, I don't know, an alarm that just slaps you when the timer goes off. That'd be perfect. Perfect, one of his useless inventions.
Can we trademark that? Alarm alarm. Arm alarm.
An arm alarm? If we make an arm alarm, if
Yeah, I
we
don't think
make,
we can trademark it before like the product exists. Or like we need to have some sort of like schematic or blueprint formed. Just like a piece of paper with like arm alarm written on it.
Oh gosh. So I just went on like one of my favorite websites for when I'm bored. It's called this is
wow,
why I'm broke.com. Um the second thing that came up was Weenie Washer Soap Bar.
What?
It's a bar it's a bar of soap shaped like an open mouth.
the fuck?
I
The issue I mean there's many issues with that, but the
the is
first one that came to mind is,
what's the
do you
issue?
know you know how like with a bar of soap, the more you use it, like it gets smaller and smaller, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't this wouldn't this go the other way? Like eventually it would just like, because the mouth that it looks like is, you guys know like the Rolling Stones mouth?
Alright.
It looks like that. Like hollowed out. Um so I'm thinking like eventually the inside would just wear away and it would just fall off. Or like fall apart eventually and
What?
not really work anymore.
What?
That is not why I'm broke. That is definitely not.
I'm so
It's $22.
that is your issue with it. Like, isn't that a resolution? Like, I I saw a picture of this soap that was like, um, it was intended to be like, I don't know, efficient or something, because the middle, it was hollowed out and it said this is like this, they're like not hollowed out but like it was like a ring basically, like the same idea as that, adjacent idea as that. um and it was just like a bar of soap where it was just like had a hole in the middle, whereas because you know how the like when you use a bar of soap, it'll wear down, or it'll soap down, I don't know, it'll get used up all the way down to the little middle piece, and that middle piece like usually like slips down the drain or whatever.
Yeah.
um and it was like designed to avoid the waste of that happening. So I mean,
I feel
But
like that would still happen with that. It would just be like more pieces of soap that you can't use.
Just break apart.
yeah, so I feel like it's an issue that is like there regardless of like what the shape of the piece of soap is. So like I don't think your issue with the soap of that mouth soap is like I don't think it's a fair criticism because it's
No, but
like
what I'm
it applies to
thinking, what I'm
regular
thinking,
soap too.
what I'm thinking is it will be to the point where it's usable as soap, but just not for, I guess, willy washing soap. Because eventually, like, if you're like using it the way it's intended to be used, it's gonna like the opening is just gonna get bigger to the point where there's no contact. So then you'll just have like
All right, so what's your
you'll
solution?
have my
What's
solution?
yeah, what's your solution?
Gel body wash. You won't have that issue.
uh, yeah, I mean,
Um, I also found a taco holder butt plug on this website. That's a bit more expensive. It's
ah,
$51.
Taco holder.
Yeah, it's shaped like your standard size butt plug. At the end of it, there's like a little clip. Have you ever seen those clips that you use to tie bread bags after you open them?
yeah, bread clips.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it holds a taco shell, like a hard taco shell.
I had some tacos recently.
Yeah, what was at the other end?
Unfortunately, the plate.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, the plate. Uh,
Well, some pretty good tacos though. They're like it was like sweet and sour like pork like
ooh,
tacos and stuff. It was
I
really
want to
yummy.
get. Well, maybe actually I don't want to talk about it. Never mind.
Oh,
I'll just
wow.
I'll just order it and not. Okay, fine.
Nice one. Nice one.
It's a card game that's called Strip or
Wait,
Dare.
did you not even realize that pun you made?
He absolutely realized it.
Okay.
He's
Just
so proud of it.
just making sure.
But
Just making sure.
I didn't hear it actually.
Oh, really?
My-
I don't believe you.
I actually don't know it. What was it?
you said I don't
I don't
want
want
to
to talk
talk
about it.
about it.
Was that a pun?
Oh my god.
Wow,
I don't want to
you
talk
know,
about it.
you're a fucking lion. There's
See,
no shot.
so anyone listening to the podcast at this point will understand how all of these arguments take place now, okay?
I don't want to talk about it. In terms
I
of the
don't
taco
want to
butt plug,
talk about it.
I don't wanna.
What were we just talking about?
Taco?
yeah.
I don't. Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my
Semantics.
god.
I don't
Wow.
want to talk. Oh, that's.
Jeez.
Oh.
You didn't hear that when you were like 6 years old?
No, no, I've never heard that one before. I don't
Wow.
want to talk about it. Whew. It's
How did
way
that
better.
just happen?
That's way better than what I was gonna talk about. That is way better than the other thing I was gonna talk
I'm
about.
so happy I had to clarify on that. We almost didn't get that moment.
Oh,
Oh my
that was really good. Um,
god.
I also found an absent father action figure, and it's just it's just a glass case. It's just an empty glass case. Just kind of depressing.
Oh,
And like the the
that's unfortunate.
picture of the kid in it is hilarious. I sent you guys a link to the website if you want to scroll through it. It's pretty great, and then we can go through these together.
I guess we don't need to, but I could just keep explaining them. It's kind of funny. Um,
Understandable.
there was a card game called Strip or Dare. It seemed interesting.
I feel like I've heard of that premise before.
Yeah, well, I mean, strip like poker and like strip or whatever, or Twister.
Yeah, true.
That's a thing. That
True.
happens.
Twister?
Yeah,
Wait. Oh, yeah.
you never heard of strip Twister?
I forgot what we were talking about. I thought we went from poker to Twister, and I forgot of the relation that you were making there. It's like, wait, how do we get to
Yeah.
Twister? Oh yeah, the topic.
A jar of pickled boobies.
Ah, that's
What do you get the man that has it all? Why, a jar of pickled boobies, of course. This unique and quite particular jar measures 3.5 inches tall and comes filled to the brim with an assortment of small, handmade picked boobs of various skin tones.
I mean,
$16.
see, like, this website is like a fucking. Whoever made this website is just like, this is their little passive income little thing.
Definitely.
Although I guess they have to like package up and sell every time. Actually, I mean, honestly, you could probably have it automated where it just the transaction is made and then it gets purchased from one place and gets shipped to another place. Literally.
I mean, I feel like they
You
don't
could get a
sell
jar
them.
of bums!
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't. It's weird website.
Do any of you guys up your bum standing up?
Ooh.
It's a pretty common. I'm surprised. Like a lot of this isn't a new thing to talk about. Like a lot of people have discussed this before on platforms, but I'm just still can't believe that there's actually people who do this.
Right. So are we all sitting wipers?
I am a sitting wiper.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. 100% population wiping sitters. Sitting
Just doesn't
wipers.
make sense to me to stand up and wipe.
I want a bidet.
Yeah, me too.
Kind of scare me.
Have you ever used one?
Oh, 'cause they
I used
scare
one in
me.
Japan.
I've never had access to one.
Ah,
Who would go to Japan?
I did go to Japan, and I would like to go again. It was very fun.
Weren't you born there?
Yeah, I was born in Japan.
Yeah,
Were you
Liam's
not?
Japanese.
Can
Yeah.
you don't? What? That's not how that works.
Wait, you didn't know that? I was born in Japan.
Oh,
I have a Japanese citizenship.
Okay, but hold on. I said, weren't you born there? And you said, yeah. And you said, wait, you didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought you would have known that.
Yeah, you've known him for a
I'm the
while.
one. I'm the one who said, weren't you born there?
Oh, yeah, true. I guess fair, but I guess you were asking to clarify. I mean, my bad. My bad. Yes.
Yeah, but you can be born somewhere and not be a citizen of that country.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, I don't know why that was such a wild. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
You made it a big thing.
Yeah, how many times have you been to Japan?
Thought about going. So, like, that's as close as I got.
Okay, so he went like half the time.
Yeah, I was like half.
You were halfway
well, no,
there.
I,
You just turned the
half
plane
would
around.
be like, yeah, it would be on the plane. I'd say I was maybe like quarter.
Yeah, well, how far can you go on a trip without actually going on the trip? Like how much of the percentage of the way can you go on? Like can a trip? How far along away? Fuck. How
How much
far
of a trip
long
can
of
you
a
go
trip
on
can
without
you
being on it?
take? Yeah, without being on the trip yet. Like without the trip actually having started, how far along, in percentage wise, can you get into the trip? Like, how much of all the planning and the preparation, how much of that
I
makes up for the
think
portion of the trip?
I
That's
don't
like
think that makes up for the
20%.
portion of the trip.
That takes a lot
I
of
think
time.
yeah, but I don't count that as the trip. If it's like, oh, okay, or if it's like I went to Hawaii, I don't count me packing up all my stuff and like
You're
driving
about
to the
five. You're
airport.
like 5-10% of the way there already.
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, what do you call like being on the plane?
I would say you're halfway there.
That's no, I'd say you're halfway to Hawaii.
And
If
then 100% of the time that you're on vacation, you're just on vacation. You're at 100%. It's just like it's there.
Interesting.
you realize why you're wrong, right? Like,
I realize this way of looking at it doesn't make the most sense, but I think it's the most
I
fun.
hear what you're saying is like I think you're planning the trip at that point. You're putting everything together. I don't think you've actively started the trip yet. Like, I don't think you've started the trip until you've landed or until you've got to the place where you set out to be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. I mean, I wouldn't go that far as to say the trip starts when you're at the destination. I would say, like, once you're all packed up and you're out the door, like once you've started transportation, I guess that's when it really begins. That's when the trip begins.
I guess I could see that argument because if you're doing a road trip, the trip doesn't start once you finish the road trip.
Yeah, because then you start at the end.
Yeah. So does that mean if you do a road trip, you're on two trips?
You're just on a trip 100% of the time.
Like, what about the trip back? Is that a trip too?
No, that's still trip one.
That's trip one. So in order to complete the trip, it has to come full circle.
It depends on the trip. Yeah, I think flying back from Japan isn't a separate trip.
Isn't it a separate trip? So it's still just part of your trip to Japan.
Still part of the trip.
Interesting. I guess you're right. I will concede. Sounds believable.
Although I feel like the trip
Now, what if
really
you're on
does.
drugs?
Huh? What?
Nothing. Nothing. Go on.
I feel like the trip does really does. I feel like the trip really does start like in the preparation stages. Like someone who is still at home and like almost and fully packed to go to Hawaii is a lot closer to going Hawaii than someone who's at home and not packed at all to go to Hawaii. Like
Think,
the trip has already taken effect. Like the
I,
trip is causing effect on your life already. Like the trip's existence is known to the universe and it is making waves.
your attempt at a Hawaii joke.
No, I didn't think you'd. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. That's a
Wasn't very,
Hawaii joke. That's a Hawaii
wasn't very
joke.
great.
Somebody laughed.
I don't know if that's to say that that is right. Like, I think if someone prepared to go to Hawaii, like fully packed, against someone who is at their home not packed, I wouldn't say the person packed is any closer to being in Hawaii than the person who isn't.
Yeah, but they're closer to being on their trip. Like their trip is in motion.
Okay. So let's say say me and you are going to Hawaii, right?
Okay.
And we both are taking the same flight there. Nightmare. But saying this hypothetical situation, we're both taking the same flight, and our plane leaves at 7 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
If you packed the night before, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't, are you closer to being in Hawaii than I am?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
I don't think so. We're in exactly the same spot.
Because I'm not closer in time or distance. However, I'm closer in how much preparation I need to do before I go. So I'm closer
So does that mean if I
in
just
one
go in my
medium.
room right now, throw clothes in a suitcase, and be like, I'm going to Mexico? I've started my trip to Mexico, and if I just never go, it's just like, oh yeah, I'm still making my way there. Started the trip.
Well, that's a good question. That's a good question. It depends. Where does the trip start if the trip never ends? Is it really a trip then? Are you really even starting a trip then?
I think the trip starts once you're en route to your destination, like
And
physically.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel like I get that. I feel like the trip starts when you enter the car on the way to the airport, and the trip ends when you exit
I
your
don't.
car at home.
I don't know if the trip to the airport counts as being on your trip.
I
I
think
feel
so.
like the flight.
No, I disagree. If you're in the car going to the airport with your clothes,
Okay, so
I think the trip
say
started.
in the same scenario where we're on the same flight, plane leaves at 7, right? You get to the airport at 5 o'clock, right? And then
Yep,
at 5 o'clock, I'm still at home. Are you closer to being in Hawaii than I am? Are
my
you
trip still
more
started.
on are you more on the trip than me? Just because you're sitting in the airport and I'm sitting at home?
I'm more prepared than you, yeah.
Not prepared, but are you any more on the trip?
Um, we can start our trips at different times.
Oh, but the plane leaves at the same time.
Yep.
I'm like, are you more on the trip than I
just
am?
because you're
Like,
both going on the plane doesn't mean you both have the same trip.
are you experiencing more of Hawaii than me?
He's experiencing his trip.
I don't think he is. I think he's experiencing being at the airport. So if I
Yeah.
just go to the airport, am I on a trip?
You go on a trip to the airport.
Are you going anywhere?
Yeah, sure.
Where are you going?
You go to the airport.
Hawaii. If I just go to the airport, if that's the case, why even pack? Go to the airport and be like, oh yeah, I want to experience some Hawaii. Not all of it, because I can't afford that. So I'll just go to the airport.
Well, nobody said that you're experiencing Hawaii.
It's the trip that I'm going on.
Well, not if you're not going to Hawaii. That's not the fucking trip you're
That's
going on.
exactly what I'm saying. If you're just at the airport, you haven't gone anywhere yet. You're just at the airport.
You've
But your
gone
trip is
to the
started.
airport. You've gone.
Your trip
But
is
that's not your
started.
trip. Your trip isn't to the airport.
No, the airport's just another step in the trip. If you're going on a road trip to the Yukon and you
Yeah,
drive through Vancouver, has your trip started yet?
that's the wrong way.
To the Yukon?
Yeah,
No,
is that
Is
not
that
the wrong way?
no, no.
maybe from your house? I forget where you live, but I don't think that's the wrong way.
To the Yukon?
Anyways, you're on the trip the second you leave your house.
Yukon.
It's north.
Yeah, I don't think you drive through Vancouver.
I don't care, man.
Okay, that wasn't the fucking point.
I don't care, man.
Drive north for 10 minutes.
Okay,
Are you
anyway.
on the trip yet? Yes.
Right, but we also said that the trip starts once you've started transportation.
That is what I
You,
said. I said once you start driving to the airport, you are on your trip. That is
the
my.
airport is in the transportation. The difference between that is the airport or your transportation for your trip to Hawaii is a plane. Transportation for the trip to the Yukon is a car.
Okay, but I disagree. How are you gonna get to the plane? You gotta drive there.
Yeah, but that's not the trip.
That is the trip.
It's not. The
Taking a
plane is
trip
the
to the
trip.
airport.
That's so you're saying like so that if I just go to the airport and I don't know where I'm going, I've started my trip already.
That is not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
You need
What
a
would that be?
plan. If you're going to the airport with like tickets to go somewhere and you've got a plan and you're going, that's a trip.
If I don't know where I'm going yet, I can't be. So say I go to the airport, I just want the cheapest trip possible, right?
Okay, if you go to the airport with a trip in mind, then yes, it's a trip.
No, but if I go to the airport and I don't have a trip in mind, I'm just gonna buy my ticket there,
But you know you're
the
going on a
airport.
trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what if I don't know I'm going on a trip? What if I'm like, ah, let's just go to the airport and see what happens?
Well, then it's Schrodinger's trip.
That's what?
It's Schrodinger's trip.
What is that?
It is a trip
Schrodinger's.
if you've decided it's a trip, but if you decide it's not a trip,
Oh,
then
it's
it is not a trip.
shortening. Shortening.
What?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I heard Schrodinger's. I had no idea what Schrodinger's was.
You heard Schrodinger's.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Schrodinger's?
No.
Okay, well then
Yeah. What is it?
it's a science experiment.
Put a cat in a box. Is the cat dead or alive? You don't know until you open the box.
Well, it's both dead and alive.
Yeah. It's dead and alive until you know. Until you open the box.
Let's see. That was a
Wow.
stupid argument.
You're stupid.
Arguably.
Oh, I got a question. All right. Say you are right about something, right? Like sky is blue, right? But everybody. Okay.
The sky isn't blue, actually.
What color is the sky?
It's not blue.
Pretty gray out right now.
Never mind. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Well, I think the answer to what you were gonna ask is that you're colorblind.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. It does be like that sometimes.
What were you gonna say?
Who knows, man? Who knows? Doesn't even matter. Not like we're trying to record a podcast or anything. Hey, just say you're right about something, right? Hey, not right. Yeah, you're right about it. You know that you are. You're just convinced that you are. You can prove that you are. No matter what, just everyone else thinks you're wrong. You might as well be wrong at that point.
Are you describing every day of your life, Shalom?
Not every day, but like 5 out of 7.
Oh my god. I'm really enjoying this conversation.
I'm glad you're having a good time.
I feel like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I've ever been in that position. I
No,
can't
but
tell
it's
you.
not like just saying like hypothetically speaking, like
Right.
it would be
Of
as
course.
beneficial if you were wrong. It would make no difference.
I mean, if you had the means to prove it,
If
and you
just no
could
one
prove it,
wanted to believe you anyway.
So it's basically the flat Earth people, but they're everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd probably
So-
just kill myself. I wouldn't want to live in that world.
Oh,
I mean,
gee.
I don't know.
That took
I,
such a twist that I wasn't expecting.
I mean,
Just
that's the
end it
first thing
all.
that came to mind. It's just like, well, that's not a
Like,
reality that I
yep,
want to
I'm
be a part
done.
of.
I'm done. Try again in a different reality.
Yeah, no, whoops, wrong one. This is not the right
Just
universe.
goodbye. This is not where I'm supposed to be.
Oh.
I guess that's one way to get around it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
don't
nope.
know.
You
What
guys
would
hear
you do?
about the whole freedom convoy thing?
Actually, I mean, I heard about it a couple times. I don't really know what it was, but I feel like I saw some of it, like protesters near my house, like on the border.
Yeah, it's just basically like people getting together and they're upset with the new COVID restrictions or just like mandates that are coming out and stuff, and just that life hasn't gone back to quote unquote normal yet. So they're just blocking like a bunch of major roads and whatnot.
Oh, I don't think that's what I saw then. Because what I saw near my house was like, it had something to do with like the, like truckers, something like that.
Yeah, the truckers are part of it. They're like using their vehicles to block the roads.
Ah, I see.
Then
I see.
there's other people like not blocking roads but supporting, like I guess just protesting and holding up signs and stuff, supporting truckers but not actively like with the truckers.
Interesting. Well,
From what I understand of it.
I actually heard that a lot of the restrictions are lifting, so I don't really know. Uh,
yeah, that sounds really dumb. Why'd you
yeah,
block the roads because of vaccine mandates? What the fuck
Yeah.
are you trying to
It's
prove?
just it's very counterintuitive.
more
It's like we're
fucking.
upset that you're making it inconvenient for us, so now we're gonna make it inconvenient for everybody.
Yeah, it's just like more people trying to prove that we get a lot more stupid in the world than we've thought. But I mean, I guess we never really forgot that. Can't really forget that with social media reminding us every single day.
Yeah, how much time do you guys spend on social media?
Um, I guess it depends on what you define as social media. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Um, Other than that, I probably spend like maybe up to like an hour a day on Instagram.
Really?
Okay. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean like cuz like I post something every day on like my I try to post something every day on the Pokemon thing, and then other just like looking through that just like looking at other people's collections and stuff. It's just I don't know. It's I guess it's like yeah, it's just like addicting.
Yeah,
I
that's how
usually
it's
spend
designed to
about
be.
20 minutes a day on Instagram, collectively.
Yeah, like I probably wouldn't say I
Yeah.
spend an hour a day on average, but like up to like an hour a day probably.
The big one for me is Snapchat. I spend a lot of time on Snapchat. Like my main form of communication with other
Like
people.
talking to people or like looking at the
No,
news
just
articles and stuff.
neither. Just aim like just mindlessly sending pictures back and forth to people.
Oh.
Like just of their face or just of whatever.
Yeah,
Like
you
was
send me a
very.
lot of messages.
It's not. I don't even send you messages though. They're
No,
just like
it's not
snap.
messages, but pictures. Yeah,
Yeah, they're just pictures. Yeah.
whatever. I call
And
those
honestly,
messages.
you're you're the one I probably like. You're probably on the lower end of things of people that I snap.
Jesus.
Like yeah, like one of our mutual friends, like Kaylin. Like
Yeah.
I'll probably send and receive like over 50 snaps a day from her.
Damn.
And you just don't say anything to her ever? You just
Oh,
send a
just
picture of your
like
face?
picture of face back and forth. Sometimes she'll say some stuff. She says more stuff than I do. Um, about it.
Uh,
I guess that's why, because you know, like how on Snapchat you can see your score, and your score is just basically a combination of snaps that you've sent and snaps that you've received.
yeah, something like that.
What's your guys' score at? We can compare. I like this game.
Uh,
Let me check.
380,464.
Okay, so you're pretty up there.
Yeah, I think so.
222,307.
Okay. So I'm at 459,587.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah,
How many
495,000. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Um, yeah, it's fucking weird how um I had no follow-up. I started saying that, but I had nothing to preface it with or follow it up with.
Yeah, it's
I don't even
fucking
know why.
weird.
I talked to just
So what's your Snapchat score?
Oh no, we're talking about social
It was
media.
about the social media.
Yeah.
I don't use Instagram ever. Like, yeah, never. Use Reddit. I don't know if that's social media. I wouldn't consider it social media, but it might be.
Well,
I
if I'm
wish my
considering
Snapchat
YouTube
score
social
was as
media,
good
then
as
I
my
would consider
KD.
Reddit.
I think YouTube depends on what kind of content you're watching. If it's like, well, no, maybe, yeah, no. No, I think you're right.
Cause that would also that same arty, fuck, the same
Yep.
arty, the same argument would apply to Reddit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Arguably Podcast. I'll catch you guys next week if this ever gets posted.
Like,
It's
subscribe,
like
Bye.
comment, hit the bell.
every recording is just worse than the last.
I think this is the
I feel like for
most.
a while we were just like, are we still even doing this or not?
Yep. Yep. That's definitely a lot of that. You went on the floor at one point.
Yeah, I really gave up at that point. I thought there was no hope in recovering this episode.
I don't think
Oh,
there was.
Well, we have an hour and a half of recording, and it's probably going to be able to cut down to like 40 minutes.
Think we have 40 minutes worth.
I think we got 40 minutes worth.
I think we got a good 10 minutes worth.
Wow.
so when should we do the cam thing?